Hello students, the topic for the day is conflict. Now coming to the definition, what is conflict? Conflict may be defined as a disagreement between two or more individuals or groups over an issue of mutual interest. It can range from small disagreements to violent acts, or the another definition is a process that begins when one party perceives that another party has negatively affected or is about to negatively affect something that the first party cares about. Now, what is conflict in simple terms? It is called as disagreement between two or more individuals or two parties. Now, what is disagreement? For example, take an example of a management and employee. Management has decided that they will give 10% bonus to the employees, whereas employees want them to give 15% of bonus. So, what is happening here? Obviously, employees will disagree to what management is going to offer them, and due to this disagreement, the chances are there that conflict might take place. So, conflict in an organization is something which is inevitable. It is bound to happen because there are so many people who are working together and no two people are alike or same. So, this will happen. The main challenge or the main concern for any organization is that the conflict should be resolved successfully because all unsettled conflict decreases productivity and it lowers the performance. So, in an organization, when the conflict is managed, that is called as conflict management. The next is sources of conflict. Now, what are the different sources of conflict? The first is organizational change. Now, change is something which is always followed, which is always uncertain. Change is uncertain. So, what happens in a change when one state changes to another state? So, that is called as change. Now, employees tend to get into conflict during this time because during change what happens, it creates a lots of confusion and stress among the workers. For example, company is thinking of to install new technology which few employees might resist because they feel that it might threaten their job security. They might feel uncomfortable using those new technology, so they can resist this idea and land up into a conflicting situation. So, in a way, we can say that changes in a company can cause a lot of confusion and stress among the workers, because of which both the sides can land up into a conflict. The second is goal incompatibility. Goal incompatibility means when different employees, different departments have their respective goals. They have different goals which needs to be accomplished. For example, marketing departments, they need more and more funds to advertise their products because they want to increase the products visibility in the eye of public. But finance department, they impose restrictions at times. They ask them to cut down the funds because they have their own budget. So different departments have different goal. Because of this, what happens, the departments or the individuals, they get into conflict since their goals are conflicting, since their goals are different from each other. The third is scarcity of resource. This is one of the most common sources of conflict, we can say, because an organization has limited resources and different departments compete for that resource. Different individuals working in an organization compete for that resource. So, if there are not enough supplies of materials and resources for every worker, then those who don't get this are likely to experience conflict. Next is personality classes, differences in value sets, perceptual differences. Now we studied in semester 1 about personality, values, perceptions. Personality means different traits. Every person has different traits. So as we know that two people are not alike, so when two different personality meets, chances are there conflict can rise. Differences in value sets. What are values? Values are your beliefs, your assumptions, your opinions. Now different people have different value sets. Why different value sets? Because they belong to different social backgrounds, they have different learnings in life, they have different educational qualifications, they have different cultural sets, so they have different value sets. So when there is a difference in the value sets, what will happen? Disagreement might take place, and because of that, conflict can arise. Perceptual differences. What is perception? Perception is the way a person looks at a particular thing. So a different person can have different perceptions for the same situation. So when the perception doesn't match, again disagreement can take place, because of which conflict can arise. Now communication, coming to the communication part, poor communication, it is the base for resolving a conflict or escalating the conflict. Because what happens, what is communication? Exchange of ideas or feelings. So what happens here, that if a person intends to say something and is misinterpreted, the conflict can happen. There are different barriers in communication, you must be knowing, like distance, noise, language. So what happens during these barriers? A message can be misunderstood, can be misinterpreted, and if it happens, what will happen? Conflict again. So these are the different sources of conflict. Classification of conflict. The first is intrapersonal conflict. Now, interpersonal conflict is defined as an internal conflict an individuals face due to conflicting goals and roles. Interpersonal conflict is conflict within yourself, conflict with oneself. That is interpersonal conflict. Now, there are two types of interpersonal conflict: goal conflict and role conflict. We will take this one by one. The first is goal conflict. When a person has two or more alternative goals before him and he has to select any one of them, he finds himself in a situation of goal conflict. For example, now you are doing your BBA course. So after the completion of your course, you will have different options. Like you might go for a job, you might go for a competitive exam, or you might go for MBA. So there are different situations and you have to choose one. So at that time you might face conflict, which to choose. Now what are the different forms of goal conflict? The first being approach conflict. The individual is motivated to approach two or more positive but mutually exclusive goals. Now what do we approach for? We approach for something we like, we approach for something we desire. So here what happens? There are two set of goals, or you can say, for example, you have two situations in front of you and both have positive aspect. You are happy with the characteristics of both the goals. For example, the first goal is, for the first situation is you have been offered a job from Pepsi. The second is you have also been offered a job from Coke. So here what is happening? Both are good MNCs and both have positive characteristics. Now you have to decide which you want to achieve or which you want to actually choose between the two. So in this situation, what will you face? You will have approach conflict, because the two goals are something which are positive characteristics. Still you have to make a decision of choosing one. So you will end up in a conflicting situation, either to choose this or that. Approach avoidance conflict. Here the individual is motivated to approach a goal and at the same time is motivated to avoid it. Means there is a situation you wanted in your life and it has a positive characteristics, but also it has negative characteristics. So you want to achieve it because of its positive characteristics. You want to ignore it because of its negative characteristics. For example, you have been offered a promotion in your company. In the same time, you will be transferred in some remote area. So promotion is something which is a positive aspect for you, and what is negative over here, that you will be transferred in a remote area. So at the same time, what is happening, you want to achieve that goal, but you don't, but also you try to avoid that goal, because transferring into a remote area is not something you wanted. So this is approach avoidance conflict. So you will have a sense of conflict in this case. You will find yourself in a conflicting situation, like what to do. Next is avoidance conflict. Now this is a situation, there are two goals in front of you, and or two situations in front of you, and both has negative characteristics, and still you have to choose one. So this is avoidance conflict. You want to avoid both. There is a saying like आगे कुआं पीछे खाई, but still you have to step either forward or backward. So that is avoidance conflict. You want to avoid both, but still you have to choose one. So that is avoidance conflict. The second is role conflict. Now, what is role conflict? This is because an individual has to play several roles simultaneously, but finding time and resource inadequate to do so. Now, a normal person plays multiple roles. Like at the time, like at this moment, you play a role of a student. In the same time, you play a role of a son or daughter. You play a role of a colleague. You play a role of like possibly like an employee if you're working somewhere. So you have different roles, and you find it difficult at times to satisfy each roles because of insufficient time or insufficient resources. So the conflict or the feeling which you face at that moment is role conflict. You have to compromise one role to satiate another role. So at that moment you feel, I'm not doing justice to that particular role, and the feeling which you get is kind of conflicting. Next is interpersonal conflict. Now this is conflict between two individuals. Now it can be due to personal differences that we discussed before. It can be due to personal differences, due to different personality, due to different value sets, due to different perceptions, due to lack of information, due to role ambiguities. Role ambiguities means when the roles are not clearly defined. In that case, interpersonal conflict can take place. It is of two types: horizontal conflict, vertical conflict. Horizontal conflict, when the conflict is among the employees who are in the same level, and vertical conflict when the employees are among the employees who are not in the same level. Intra-group conflict is conflict among the members of the same group. For example, if there is a marketing group in an organization and the conflict is between the members of that marketing group, that is called as intra-group conflict. But when the conflict is between the marketing department and the finance department, that would be put under intergroup conflict. So intergroup conflict is conflict between two groups. Intra-group conflict is conflict among the members of the same group. Why intergroup conflict takes place? It takes place because of course there are two groups. They will compete with each other. They will compete for resources. Then the task can be interdependence. So there are situations where they have to deal with each other. There could be disagreements, and hence conflict can take place. This is intergroup conflict. That's all for today. We will continue with this topic in the next video. Thank you.